As we wait for Kenny Maurer to send the toss up. Faces up after gathering the basketball. Shot clock under 5. Trent Jr. is going to have to drive on Mihailuk. Tough contested shot and got it to go. Just a remarkable rise in the NBA from where he came from through a lot of hard work. As Maladone puts it on a platter right there for Moses Brown. Obi off on his first. As Mihailuk once again steps behind the line and drills another triple.
He's had career numbers this year in rebounds, points, and steals.
As Anunoby that time finds the bottom of the net. See the Thunder going through the options on the offensive end as Williams got down low and somehow took a bump there and still was able to get it over the outstretched arm of Siakam. As the ball swings around to the corner, Siakam's got to put it up with the shot clock dwindling, and it does not matter because he swishes that 3.
4 passes.
Oh, and Mihailuk tried to get inside and snap that pass back to the outside, but it was intercepted. And Trent, who's had an excellent season shooting the basketball, does so there. It's got so many different ways that it can play defense. If you're the Thunder, how do you play it?
Well, they got a lot of length. As this is going to be an and one for Moses Brown. He's got free throws.
And you see the flare out there by Trent Jr. again, who's got another 3. As he'll make his move on Maladone. Ball swings back around. Anunoby, another 3 for Toronto. Already 5 threes for the Raptors here in the first quarter.
Getting that extra pass.
And on the drive, the active hands force the turnover. Trent Jr. this time wants to drive on Anunoby, floats it up and in. Organizes, and looks like he got affected there, altered on that drive. Williams lets it fly from 3 and knocks it down. Kenrich Williams getting the start as he's now 3 for 3 from the floor.
But it led to a fast break opportunity.
Siakam inside as he leaned into Bradley that time. And so Siakam right there with Trent Jr. helped elevate him in this league was his 3-point shooting. Speaking of threes, there is Justin Jackson as he's able to bury one from the outside. Bradley the rebound with under a minute to go here in this first quarter. As the Thunder are able to withstand that jolt of turbulence as Jackson fires away again. Took it across the timeline to initiate the offense, and that pass by Maladone intercepted. And it's Trent Jr. again who continues to torment OKC. Doesn't matter what jersey he's got on.
At forcing turnovers, that's over 16 a game. And as you just mentioned, don't foul him because they get there about 25 times. As I had no idea he was that good of a 3-point shooter and shot blocker. That's one way to take a shot blocker out of the game if you're Darius Miller.
But clearly with the kind of shooting he's had here, the green light. Deep seal there by Bradley. Nice turnaround hook shot. Johnson stocky, but certainly not the vertical size, but this time takes it off the deck. Cutting across the lane with a left hand. Trying to turn on the speed and uses that floater. No, tracks down the miss. Second effort, good. Boy, that was just perseverance there by Jackson.
Kind of caught the Raptors off guard. They were expecting him to try to get back to that 3-point line.
Oh, a nice little pick and roll action there between Malachi Flynn and Boucher, and you expect Boucher to kind of flare out.
A couple of minutes ago.
Thunder's bench has been one of the best in the NBA since the All-Star break. As Van Vliet connects again on another 3. That is his second. Tom Thibodeau has had his squad with that aggressive style defense as Jackson able to evade one and get in deep and bank it home. Watanabe has come in for Toronto. Oh, nice move. Isaiah Roby. Beautiful up and under that time as he went right. Miller, you see the ball fakes every time he catches there on the sideline, but off the deck, puts it up, and he's got himself another 3. And part of that supercharged Thunder bench. And it's a 1-point game here approaching the 5-minute mark of this second quarter until Johnson with the drive on that reverse.
First half.
And Jackson, and he stayed with it underneath. Somehow guided it back up and in.
Because they're a 1-12 month of March, they're not playing like that. Man, that's just good basketball as Roby hammers it home. But I mean, just puts himself in a position to be able to rebound the basketball.
Oh, nice stutter step there. Stanley Johnson, tricky move. In this first half, as Mihailuk trying to turn the corner there on Roby. And boy, nice step back jumper. Mihailuk is shown. Roby sets that hard screen up at the top there on Van Vliet. Now gets it back, finds the open man. It's Maladone from downtown as he splashes in that three. As Mihailuk will take it up the floor, and again, another nice shot.
Absolutely. That's a nice skip pass by Maladone.
And Roby, nice move. Passed up the three, went inside, and timely puts it off the window.
It's that chippy.
Maladone surveying the land there, kicks it back out. Williams had the feet planted and takes advantage with the three. Anunoby had possession as Roby slicing his way across the defense, gets his own miss, then takes it up and throws it down.
Ball had a funny bounce, but not to Mr. Roby.
Boy, Gary Trent Jr. had 4 threes in 3 games coming into this one. Oh, Maladone's left open, a little ball fake. Had a good look at a three. Brown keeps it alive right there for Roby with the reverse slam.
He knocks down that 3 ball to put the Thunder back up again by 2.
Well, there was Boucher, the only player in the NBA with 70 threes and 70-plus blocks because he's got the ability from downtown. Boy, and Toronto on the night, 13 threes. And a nice move inside as the Thunder. And the rebound there to Johnson.
That's good passing, too. Really sharp passes on that play.
And Van Vliet that time a little too shifty in transition. The energy, it has been there from the tip.
Well, and you know, they've done a good job of making in-game adjustments. That's a big part of it as well. As Stanley Johnson Euro steps into the lane where you're playing against a really good defensive team in Toronto, and you have to score the basketball.
Well, Trent's got to put it up after the turnover, and the bounce pops in as Maladone dribbled it off of his foot, and the carom went into the body.
You found a way to slow down their offense, and that's what's going to take to slow down the Toronto Raptors offense, and you've got to do that too. Be offensive minded as well. Thunder down by as many as 14 points in that first half. Knock down a couple of threes and continue to move the basketball as you just saw.
Great high-low action there. 2 players providing a big punch off the bench have combined for 23 points. As Hall trying to defend Trent Jr. Hand in the face, still not enough. Got to slow down the basketball here. Johnson got smothered by Bradley, who was able to recover. Thunder looking for some numbers. Mihailuk had the step and lays it up and in. Boy, that happened quickly.
Getting to the free throw line, another good example of that by Bradley.
Hello on the backdoor alley-oop set up perfectly. Jackson to Mihailuk. Not yet at the midway point of this fourth quarter. Mihailuk pressured out by Van Vliet, but the defense leaves him alone momentarily, so he lets it fly and knocks it down.
Vliet went under, and Mihailuk took the 3.
And Mihailuk with 19, which surpasses his 16 as we hit that midway point of this fourth quarter. Mihailuk way behind the three-point line, lets it go! Not a problem from distance. Svi Mihailuk now with 22.
Whether he's above or below that three-point line.
Maladone lost the handle on a turnover. Anunoby gets out ahead of everybody with the slam. As we hit the 3-minute mark, Maladone trying to shed Siakam inside, finds enough space, counted and a foul.
And that was the right call. It was late, but it was the right call. Pressure on Maladone.
Oh, and he keeps it himself, stays with it, fires it back outside. Roby lets it go from downtown. What a shot.
Then he got the ball over to Roby, and he knocks down a big corner 3.
Some big execution, but Anunoby comes back with another Toronto 3. And the Thunder able to withstand the early Toronto shooting, not only to catch the Raptors, but to fly right by him for a 1-3.